Nnamdi Kanu family writes open letter to Southeast governors. The family of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, has written an open letter to Southeast governors, seeking their immediate action and intervention to secure his release. That's Mazen Nnamdi Kanu release. This is coming barely 1 month after the family had accused Igbo political elite of abandoning the IPOB leaders to his fate. Prince Emmanuel Kano, who wrote the letter on behalf of the family, raised the alarm that his brother is gravely ill and he should not be allowed to die in custody. He said that history would not be kind to the governors if they keep quiet and they do nothing to secure Kano's release, who has been unlawfully incarcerated since June 2021. Prince Emmanuel said his brother's arrest and continued detention were politically motivated and aimed at suppressing his voice as a freedom fighter. He insisted that his brother committed no crime, seeking justice for the marginalization Igbo tribe, for the marginalization, excuse me, seeking justice for the marginalization Igbo tribe and the other Biafrans. According to him, Kano, according to him, Kano's continuous detention is because the Southeast governors have not come together as a people to sincerely demand his release. Okay. Okay. By allowing this flagrant violation of human rights to persist, your offices are complicit in the suppression of justice. Mazenam Dekano is gravely ill and dying slowly. Biafra land will hold you all accountable should anything happen to him. Prince Emmanuel pleaded with the governors to set aside their political differences and unite as one people and engage the federal government for the release of his brother, who he lamented is critically ill. He wondered why the federal government had continued to release terrorists under the guise that they had repented but failed to release his brother, whose crime was challenging the injustice against Biafrans. Prince Emmanuel alleged there was a plot to kill, allow Kano die in custody, and permanently silence him. Below is a full text of the open letter made available to Vanguard, subject unlawful detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, prisoner of conscience. So this is the letter. Open letter to the governors. I am writing this letter with utmost urgency and a deep concern regarding the unlawful and unjust detention of my brother Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. In recent events, it has become abundantly clear that my brother, a law-abiding citizen and a prisoner of conscience, has been wrongfully held against his will, and his fundamental human rights have been violated under your watch. As a concerned family member, I implore you to rectify this grave injustice without delay. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is a man of impeccable character and a strong advocate for justice, freedom, and equality. He has consistently stood up for the righteous cause in our society, challenging the status, challenging the status quo and working tirelessly to bring about positive change. It is truly disheartening to write his unwavering commitment to safeguarding human rights being met with such callousness and a disregard for basic principle of justice. The details surrounding my brother's excuse me, the details the details surrounding my brother's arrest and the subsequent detention are deeply troubling and indicative of a systematic failure within our justice system. The charges brought against him are baseless and appear to be nothing more than an attempt to silence his voice and undermine his campaign for social justice. It is clear that his detention is politically motivated, solely aimed at suppressing his activism and preventing him from continuing his valuable contribution to to our society. As a concerned family member, I strongly condemn the unlawful detention of my brother and the blatant violation of his right. It is your duty as the governor to ensure the protection of every individual civil liberties, regardless of their belief or affiliations. Your obligation to uphold the principle of justice and the fairness should guide your action in every decision made. I demand that you take immediate and decisive action to secure the release of my brother. I call for a true and transparent investigation into the circumstances surrounding his arrest and detention, holding accountable those responsible for these egregious violation. Furthermore, I urge you to ensure that all charges against him are dropped as they lack any substantiated evidence. By allowing this flagrant violation of human rights to persist, your offices are complicit in the suppression of justice. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is gravely ill and dying slowly. Biafra land will hold you all accountable should anything happen to him. Should anything happen to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Well, Biafrans, we all hear what our brother, the younger brother to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, what he wrote to Vanguard newspaper. We all heard it. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is critically or gravely sick, ill, but it's not the business of his wife or any other person. Canon Takano is there trying to raise funds. Canon Takano is there fighting to raise funds. Well, Biafrans, the link is there. If you want to join the conversation, you are free to join us here. The next thing we are going to talk about is Musa, the lies Musa told, or the lies the Nigerian army are painting. We go tell you wetin Musa do, wetin him talk. We go talk am one after the other. Which man's son they come here, make it come follow me do am. So this evening, we have seen that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is critically ill, and there is nothing we can do other than to double our efforts. Anyhow, we have been doing it, we should double the effort. We should increase the tempo. That's the only thing we can do to save him. Because his hope today, his hope is that we are doing something. That's what is keeping him. Because all his dreams, all his visions, these people want to destroy. So we must do something to save him. If you love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you must do something. And the something is now. You must do something. That is it. You must do something. You must stand up and do something. If you love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, if the wife of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu love Nnamdi Kanu, she must stand up and do something. Two ways no day about it. There is no other way other than standing up to do something. Whatever you can do, stand up and do something. Period. So, my Biafran people, I greet all of you once again. So we move. Mazison, anytime you're ready, let me know.
Hey, you don't read the other one finish now.
Mm-hmm.
I salute everybody.
You're welcome.
I salute all lovers of freedom and haters of freedom and those that have been contracted to come and die in Biafra land. Please welcome to Biafra land because we don't open front for now. But remember to as well sign your dead will and give it to your children before you leave home because anything that comes into Biafra land does not go back as far as you're coming to kill our women and children. So we salute everybody. We there here. It's so appalling to see that in 2024, the letter 247 just read is just coming now. So I may ask a question. Is it now that these people now realize that there has been heal treatment method upon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu all these years? Or are they just waking up? The family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, are you just waking up now? You were sleeping before. It's now you have come to realize that the people that you were lobbying with, eating with, enjoying with, and attacking Simon Egba with them, that they are not giving you what you expected from them. Anyway, we don't have their time for now because they are very irrelevant and useless to us. The person where we get time for now this Mumuma where they for screen here. So 247. When you start in matter, you let me know. They will Chineke.
Now, matter will want enter now because nine be the main matter.
Okay.
Nine be the cocoa. Make I put a made they see and well. Okay. So make we listen to Musa as he go use knife for cutting leg, he use gun to shooting head now. Listen.
Making it impossible for people to return to their communities, declaring 8 persons wanted, including a traditional ruler, not allowing the community civilians, that is, to invest in deadness. Making it impossible for people to return to their communities, declaring 8 persons wanted, including a traditional ruler, not allowing the community to bury their dead. That's on one side. On the other side is the legal question that has been raised. Namely, that the military in investigating and handling the matter is overreaching itself because both the Constitution and the Armed Forces Act do not give the military the powers to arrest civilians, that is, to investigate, to prosecute, and that is the function of the police. And even as grievous, as tragic as this situation is, that what the defense headquarters should have done is not to declare people wanted, but to hand over the matter to the police to see to its logical conclusion, since civilians do not fall under martial law. What do you have to say in response to these two major criticisms out there in the public?
Thank you, Dr. Abati. It's always a great pleasure.
Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I didn't get your last comments. But just first and foremost, let me just appreciate Nigerians and Nigeria for standing by the military. People have commiserated with us for the death of our colleagues. And I'm really, really very happy with the responses. I will receive letters of condolences from all over the world, not only in Nigeria. People tend to understand that the military is established as the authority of the government to protect Nigeria and to protect Nigerians. And that is why we view it we take it very seriously when criminals take laws into their hand against members of the armed forces or any security agency or any citizen of the country. The issue of the Owama issue, the attack was premeditated just because there are a group of criminals, cultists, militants, that because they make a lot of money from crude oil theft, believe they are above board. And they did this deliberately just because the commanding officer and his team were ensuring that any acts of pipeline vandalization, crude oil theft, illegal refineries were completely eradicated from that region. So that's part of the issues that came up. And you can see the Lieutenant Colonel himself is a very, very gallant, was a gallant officer. He was a commanding officer. Had the privilege of being his theater commander in the Northeast. He did extremely very well in the Northeast. We brought him here to stabilize the North Central. He did. He went to the Northwest. He equally did the same. So for him to be killed, just like a chicken, beheaded, disemboweled, I mean, that is unacceptable. And we're happy that the Commander-in-Chief has given us a mandate to recover the arms to arrest the perpetrators. Now, I know a lot of comments have been made by different kinds of people, some from lack of understanding. When you have a joint task force involves members of the armed forces, that's the Army, Navy, Air Force. We have the police, the DSS, the NIA, every other security agency are part of it. So when we have arrests, we have joint investigation team. So it is not like the army is taking laws into their hands. And, I've had comments about what were they doing and all this. And once we are deployed on operation, we have the right and the mandate to arrest all acts of criminality within that area. So they were there deployed legally. They were doing a legal operation. And it was because the commanding officer felt the threat was not that high. That was why he went there and felt he could discuss with the individual. He did not go armed. That gallant officer, if he had gone armed, he would erase everybody in that place. But he felt these were people he knew, these are Nigerians that he could talk to. And when he stepped up to talk to them with his team.
Now I am trying to get the full video. I want to, because there are questions that he was asked. I want us to hear how he responded when they asked him about the people of the community he locked out. We will hear that. So I am trying to see that I get that video. I don't know why it is not coming. But however, we go listen to them anyhow we like make it be. We go see them, we will see it, we will listen to it. Whether they like it or whether they don't like it, That is my own. I would like us to begin from beginning. And the people of Okoma themselves are now complaining. They have called on the whole military to do whatever they need to do to get their people released. That to the point that even the traditional ruler that went there willingly to hand himself, look at me, oh, I am clean, oh, I don't know what you are saying. They said, no, you must tell us something. You will hear from Musa himself that as long as you are from that community, you must know the people and know where they are hiding. So they have to take the traditional ruler from Asaba to Abuja to torture him, to rough handle him. That is the only thing they know how to do, nothing more. This is the only thing they know how to do. But I will show you how he contradicted himself in this program now we are watching. So since the thing is not fast coming, let's go. I would have loved it to be a place I will be easily controlling it, but since it is not coming, there is nothing me I go fit do. I don't know if I will try and get it again. Let me see. Maybe if I try again, it will come. Because here it will mean, let me see. If it will come up here now, it will be better for us. Or is it bad network? Me, I don't know. But meanwhile, we'll be listening from here. Let's go.
So, an Urobo community union in Delta State, known as the Urobo Progress Union, UPU, is urging the government and the military to conduct thorough investigations and ensure that only the perpetrators of the crime are punished. Arise correspondent Jemima Boloko has more.
Amid the national shock over the devastating loss of 17 military personnel, including high-ranking officers in Okwama and Urobo community in Ughelli South local government area of Delta State, the perpetrators remain at large despite the military releasing images of 8 civilians suspected to be involved in the killings. One traditional ruler among the accused, Clement Ogenerukewe, has voluntarily surrendered to the police in Asaba, the Delta State capital, denying any involvement in the heinous act.
I'm on my way to the police to declare my innocence to the police. I know nothing about this heinous crime. I'm the traditional ruler. Yes, I'm the traditional ruler of a Urobo kingdom. However, I know nothing about it, and I'm going to the police to turn myself in.
Writes the police public relations officer in Asaba, the Delta State capital, confirmed that the alleged suspect was transferred to the military for questioning. Now, the Urobo Progress Union UPU is urging the Nigerian government to conduct thorough investigations to prevent innocent citizens in Okwama and neighboring communities from facing undue harm. President of the union, who is also a lawyer, S.A. Guam Owe, emphasizes on the need for the release of the detained monarch while conversing a meticulous investigation to safeguard innocent lives.
If a person is to be declared wanted, it should be seen that first and foremost there was an invitation. If that invitation is turned down, there should be a repeat invitation. But from nowhere, you say a professor, a lecturer in the university, Delta State University, and the President General of a kingdom is declared wanted. Now, having said that, we, the Urobo people, we condemn that declaration. in an unmistaken terms. The prosecutor, the judge, and the jury in his own court.
As Nigerians mourn the loss of the soldiers, the UPU highlights the pervasive atmosphere of fear among the residents of Okwama and nearby villages.
Our people died. Human beings died in the process. In the process, a whole community, as we are told, was raised down.
I believe you are listening very, very well. Now, nobody is saying anything about the people of the community that were murdered. Nobody says anything. Nobody is asking anything about them. Even to the point that the people that have run inside bush to take cover for their life are still there. And the Musa you see here is still telling you that they have not finished investigation. You will see all the sense in this video. So this man now is asking, you are asking for vengeance of the soldiers that died. What about their people that died? Nobody is talking about them because their life worth nothing.
Raising down a community made up of children, young women, and then elderly people. The story is that some soldiers were killed. I want to say, for those who care to know, if they don't know what happened and what led to that event, they should dig deeper. In digging deeper, they will find out what actually happened.
While the people of Okwama and neighboring area strive to resume their daily routines, the UPU is urging the government to urgently intervene and restore peace to the region. Jemima Boloko, Arise News, Warri, Delta.
Joining us now on this show as we dig deeper into the unraveling of the Okwama killings of 17 Nigerian soldiers amid accusations from members of the community is the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa. Good morning, General, and thank you very much for joining us on the morning show.
Thank you, Dr. Abbott. It's a pleasure being here.
Well, General, first our condolences on the death of the 17 soldiers. But now the Urhobo community and other communities in the Niger Delta are accusing the Nigerian military of high-handedness, making it impossible for people to return to their communities, declaring 8 persons wanted, including a traditional ruler, not allowing the community to bury their dead. That's on one side. On the other side is the...
You heard what Abati is saying clearly. Wadabeti, you're welcome. We heard what Ruben Abati asked clearly, that the community are begging to go home to bury their dead families and to know who and who is still not seen, because till now they are scattered everywhere. The people that are like 2, 5, 10 in the family are scattered. Maybe one is there, no telephone, no connection, no communication. You don't know any. If you have 5 children, if you have 2 children, maybe they are scattered and none of them is together with you. So you don't know whether they are dead. You don't know if your parents are dead. You don't know if they are alive. Everybody ran away. Now they are asking, give us little chance to go back to our homes. You can come back to the houses and make the search. Since you want to hold the community siege, no problem, but allow us to stay in our house. They say, lie, lie, you will not come back to your houses. Nigerian military.
Legal question that has been raised. Namely, that the military in investigating and handling the matter is overreaching itself, because both the Constitution and the Armed Forces Act do not give the military the powers to arrest civilians, that is, to investigate, to prosecute, and that is the function of the police. And even as grievous, as tragic as this situation is, that what the defense headquarters should have done is not to declare people wanted, but to hand over the matter to the police to see to its logical conclusion, since civilians do not fall under martial law. What do you have to say in response to these two major criticisms out there in the public?
Thank you, Dr. Abati. It's always a great pleasure.
Please go ahead, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I didn't get your last comments. But just first and foremost, let me just appreciate Nigerians and Nigeria for standing by the military. People have commiserated with us for the death of our colleagues. And I'm really, really very happy with the responses. I received letters of condolences from all over the world, not only in Nigeria.
All over the world, for murdering innocent communities that are sending their condolence letters. Look at your face.
People tend to understand that the military is established as the authority of the government to protect Nigeria and to protect Nigerians. And that is why we view it we take it very seriously when criminals take laws into their hand against members of the armed forces or any security agency or any citizen of the country. The issue of the Owama issue, the attack was premeditated just because there are a group of criminals, cultists, militants, that because they make a lot of money from crude oil theft, believe they are above board. And they did this deliberately just because the commanding officer and his team were ensuring that any acts of pipeline vandalization, crude oil theft, illegal refineries were completely eradicated from that region. So that
Remember, this same Musa told you that they went there for peace mission. From peace mission, it has now turned into pipeline vandalization mission. Pipeline vandalization mission. That is what it has become. It's no longer peace mission. It's no longer peace mission. We continue. Listen to him. Is number one, he has contradicted himself. Number one, contradiction number one. You see it now. Contradiction number one. He told the world, not us, he told the world that his military he sent there went there on a peace mission. Today, they have turned out to be the people that monitor oil pipeline vandalization. Nigeria. When I tell you that Nigeria don't investigate anything because they already have script how to lie, people don't understand. Look at what CDS of a whole country called Nigeria is doing. Anyway, that is how they behave.
That's part of the issues that came up. And you can see the Lieutenant Colonel himself is a very, very gallant, was a gallant officer. He was a commanding officer. Had the privilege of being his theater commander in the Northeast. He did extremely very well in the Northeast. We brought him here to stabilize the North Central. He did. He went to the Northwest. He equally did the same. So for him to be killed, just like a chicken, beheaded, disemboweled, I mean, that is unacceptable.
You see, their anger is because that man, they feel he is mighty. By the way, he said he went to the Northeast, went to North Central. Is it not the place they are kidnapping people? He said he stabilized the place, that today there is peace there. Is there any peace in the Northeast or North Central or Mid-North or West North? Is there any peace? Is it not in the Kaduna? Is it not in the Benue State here that they kidnapped 30 students, or how many? Is it not in the same Delta State that they have taken siege, that they kidnapped students 2 days ago? Is it not the same place? Nigeria.
And we're happy that the Commander-in-Chief has given us a mandate to recover the arms to arrest the perpetrators. Now, I know a lot of...
Now, the Commander-in-Chief has given them the mandate to recover the arms. The arms that his men took to the community. That is the arms the military went there with. But he still tell you that they did not go there with arms. How have you seen a military man in operation without arms? Nigeria military, even Nigeria police, to Oga go send them to go buy sugar, they go carry gun, not to talk of army. Nigeria say them when they are unarmed to get your men no get liver, go carry another one come, because you hear this one na king come, you go carry and come, make it come king lies people, the king come and down. Biafra know how to shop things. We say their own no degree. Biafra know how to shop them down. So if you say your own no they do, Biafra know how to do no they do. They go do you. If you are no doing, they go do you. They go make you doable. If you are undoable, they will make you doable. That's just Biafra for you. And that's why I love Biafra, because Biafra know the look face. Biafra don't look face. No, now make we they understand waiting they play, waiting they go on. Listen to him. Listen.
Comments have been made by different kinds of people. Some from lack of understanding. When you have a joint task force involves members of the armed forces, that's the Army, Navy, Air Force. We have the police, the DSS, the NIA, every other security agency are part of it. So when we have arrests, we have joint investigation team. So it is not like the army is taking laws into their hands. And, you know, I've had comments about what were they doing and all this. And once we are deployed on operation, we have the right and the mandate to arrest all acts of criminality within that area. So they were there deployed legally, they were doing a legal operation. And it was because the commanding officer felt the threat was not that high. That was why he went there and felt he could discuss with the individual. He did not go armed.
He did not go armed, but the commander-in-chief has given them order to recover all the arms taken from the military that went there. Are you getting the message? And I want you to remember that the people of Okoma said that these people came, they opened fire on them because they don't want them to go with their community leaders. They want to go with their community leaders. And when the community say no, because they have already taken away some community leaders before, or youth leaders. So when they say no, they opened fire on them. So with which arm did his men open fire? You see why Nigeria is what they are. Corruptible nation. Corruptible nation. The Nigeria that journalists have invited this man several times to talk. They cannot invite any indigene of that community to talk. Nigeria will judge, they will conclude with what this same man, onye gbara mmadụ egbe na waya mgbọ biko. Wanda Betty, you're welcome. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, greet Biafrans now before we continue.
Hello, my people, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom. I thank you all for watching and listening Thank you for joining us. My greeting goes to my leader, Nnamdi Kanu. I pray that God will release him. God will release him in a different and wonderful way. And I also pray that God will continue to lead and guide our Obato Biewan of Biafra land, the PM, who is leading us currently. And I thank my media team, Minister 247, Minister Parawa, and his deputy, Vam. My people, you know, Nigeria bụ nke ndị Igbo na-akpọ chi bụ anụ ọzọ. You know, every day you'll be hearing one thing from the same people. They are all the same. They will always tell lies. Nobody controls them. So they can say whatever they like. In a sane country, a country where things work systematically, if there's any unrest in any community, it is the police that goes there to arrest people, not the military. Even if they are securing oil pipe or they went to settle, do peacekeeping, I mean, it's not military, because this is not war from any country. Since it is an in-country matter, is within the tribe and within the country, it is the police. I know that they're all military, but military, I don't know when soldiers started doing the work of the police. This is because these men are not well-trained soldiers. They are Boko Haram. They are Boko Haram. And I can tell you one thing, that the reason why they are crying woe since this incident is because these are their own people that they send all the time to Southeast. Have they ever said anything about those who were killed in Zamfara?
No.
Who are from Southeast and Southwest soldiers. Nobody has ever heard military cry like this. For those of our men, 70 of them, you have never heard anybody report it, because they will arrange soldiers from Southwest and Southeast to go to Boko Haram in Sambisa Forest, and because they are the ones sponsoring them, they will tip them off to ambush those soldiers and finish all of them. You will not hear anything. But because those ones that they tell you they are repented Boko Haram are the ones they send to Southeast, that's why they are crying. They will be lying from one end of their mouth to another. They will tell you it's peacekeeping. They will tell you it's oil, bunkering, security. What are they looking for in Southeast? They should leave us alone. Minister, I will leave you here so that another person can talk. Thank you so much.
They will. Okay.
Yeah.
Let us continue.
Now, I know a lot of comments have been made by different kinds of people, some from lack of understanding. When you have a joint task force involves members of the armed forces, that's the Army, Navy, Air Force. We have the police, the DSS, the NIA, every other security agency are part of it. So when we have arrests, we have joint investigation team. So it is not like the army is taking laws into their hands. And, you know, I've had comments about what were they doing and all this. And once we are deployed on operation, we have the right and the mandate to arrest all acts of criminality within that area. So they were there deployed legally, they were doing a legal operation. And it was because the commanding officer felt the threat was not that high. That was why he went there and felt he could discuss with the individual. He did not go armed. That gallant officer, if he had gone armed, he will erase everybody in that place.
But they did. They erased everybody where they were, where more than 50 people were, where they took out more than 50 unarmed civilians. How many more do you want before you know that they took out people? Those people now, nobody's saying anything about them. Nobody is asking about, even to go bury them. You say no, they will not bury them. Let them rot there. Because a soldier or soldiers were killed. So those people, no be mama born them now. Those people, they don't have families. Only the military people family are the ones that are demanding for justice. They are the only one that need justice. The family of the people killed by the military, no one needs justice. They don't demand for justice. They don't deserve justice as well.
He felt these were people he knew, these are Nigerians that he could talk to. And when he stepped up to talk to them with his team, they were rounded up and all shot. And not only shot, their body parts were cut, their hearts and private parts were removed. And I think that is one thing that all Nigerians should stand against. I've heard the Robo leaders talking. Yes, I have very serious respect for elders. But I also like elders to also speak from position of strength. They cannot say they do not know what was going on there. I'm sure you are aware that since they decapitated the bodies of those guys, there's a lot of human sacrifice that is ongoing within those general areas. And it was just part of them showing, a way of saying that they have strength. And that's why they were able to cut the head, cut the hands, disembowel them, remove the hearts, and these other things. I don't know what was that for. What was the intent? But whatever the intent is, we remain focused, we remain committed. If you notice, again, our operation was highly regulated. I mean, ideally before now, it would have been a situation where we would have gone and flattened all the communities within that area.
But did you not do that? Did you not flatten the community? Burn their canoe, burn the houses, shoot to everybody you see? How do you want to do that again?
It was measured because we felt not everybody was involved. But we know that a lot of people knew what was going on and kept quiet. And so that makes them complicit. But like I said, it was a major operation, it was a major response. We are conducting cordon and search operations to thoroughly search for our weapons and to arrest those that conduct.
Did you hear him again? They are conducting thorough searching to search for all their weapons. But they went there with no weapon. So which weapon are they looking for? You see how they shoot themselves for leg, shoot themselves for head. 2 times he done contract. Number one, he told you that they are going, that the commander-in-chief have given them mandate or authority to recover all their weapons. He came back and tell you again, because the military know that they are good people, they trust them, they went there without arms. They went unarmed and they speak to them, then these people rounded them and they took them away. Because if they were there with arms, they would have taken down all of them. And now he's telling you that nobody will go into the community because they are conducting thorough search until they finish searching and recover all their arms. I believe you hear that yourself. It's for you to understand Nigeria. Listen again, he will say it again.
Remove the hearts and these other things. I don't know what was that for. What was the intent? But whatever the intent is, we remain focused, we remain committed. If you notice, again, our operation was highly regulated. I mean, ideally before now, it would have been a situation where we would have gone and flattened all the communities within that area. But it was measured because we felt not everybody was involved. But we know that a lot of people knew what was going on and kept quiet. And so that makes them complicit. But like I said, it was a major operation, it was a major response. We are conducting cordon and search operations to thoroughly search for our weapons and to arrest those that carried out this dastardly act. I'm happy with the traditional ruler that submitted himself, which is the best thing. I wish all those other ones that were in the pictures will also equally do the same. We are not animals, we are not barbaric, that will just go around killing people. If they had not touched our armed forces, nobody would have been there. We have lived peacefully with them. We have encouraged them. We conduct civil-military relationship. If you go to most of the communities, we provide amenities for them just to show them that we are not an occupational army. We are the Nigerian armed forces, and we are here for Nigeria to ensure that Nigeria is peaceful. So I just want to make that little clarification, that they were legally deployed, and with their mandate, they are authorized to make arrests. They are authorized to interrogate, because we have a joint interrogation center that work together as a team under the Joint Task Force. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, General CG Musa, and it's good to see you here come to clarify some salient issues that have made headlines and have been a topic of conversation, particularly with what's happened in Okwama. But you touch on the traditional ruler praising his move to surrender himself for investigations, aside the others whom you've declared wanted. A number of people are wondering, what is the status of the traditional ruler currently? Part of the criticism was that whilst he had surrendered himself to the police then handed over to the military, which there seemed to be a legal issue, and that's what Dr. Bate had alluded to in terms of the handling of the matter. The opposite ought to have been the case. So can you throw more light on that? And then what is the status of that? Because you've asked for the others to come forward, but perhaps the reason why they are unwilling to come forward is the fear of what would happen to them if they would get fairness of investigation and treatment if they do get into the hands of the military. Can you please clarify that for us this morning?
I think that's really nothing to fear about, because I mean he brought himself up. The commissioner of police handing over to the Joint Task Force. The Joint Task Force has the police component, and because they are the ones having the mandate to operate, that's why he handed them over. So we have the police components that are there. So it's a joint investigation that is being conducted. We have set up a board of inquiries also from outside to also follow up, and we're sure other questions will be asked. But what we want Nigerians to understand, that we are all Nigerians, we love Nigeria, we put our lives in line for Nigeria, and so we'll not do anything against any innocent Nigeria. We are only after the bad guys. Anyone who makes himself one, will definitely come after him. And you understand that we have a mandate from the president. If the president gives me a mandate to conduct an operation, I will not ask him why. I will conduct that operation, and then explanations will come in later. That is why I'm in the military. So like I said, the chief is secured, is safe. Nothing is going to happen to him. It's just a few questionings, and then we'll be able to clarify. But I don't want to comment so much, but I can tell you, nobody will tell you he doesn't know what was happening. Nobody. Okay. Maybe he did not take part directly, but he will not know. He will not tell us he does not have the knowledge or the understanding.
He has already proven that the chief is not coming out. As long as you are from that community, you are involved. That is what he's telling you now. Nobody will tell you he didn't know what was happening. That's what he has told you.
Understanding of what was going on.
Okay.
But like we said, the investigations will unravel most of these things, and then actions will be taken. Okay,
CG Musa, I'd like to commiserate with the army once again. It was very, very tough for all of us to see those very gory scenes, and that should never, ever, ever again happen in this country. Our commiserations. First, I would like to ask you this.
Thank you very much.
How are the families of these gallant troops faring?
Good man.
Personal experiences, how are they taking all of this? I heard there were some of them, among them that were pregnant and things like that. How are they faring? That's my important one.
Yeah,
Secondly, I also would tie this around. I heard there was an explosion around the cantonment yesterday. It says it was a refuse dump or something. I want you to throw more lights on this. But thirdly, most importantly, was it about the community or these nefarious people that were perpetrating crime? Then why did the community have to suffer for it? Why was the community on lockdown? Why didn't the governor get access into the community? Why were they on lockdown? And what's the aftermath of your actions there? Because we've been seeing all sorts of pictures. I want you just to make clarification. What's the aftermath of your action? Are people going back to Okuaman now as we speak? And were lives lost in those communities by your actions? Because, you know, you use the word flattened. Oh, if it was before, we'll have flattened. And that cringed me that, Oga Musa, we're in democracy. We are no longer, you know, a military regime. So should words like that even be used in the first place?
Thank you. Yeah, I understand.
Would
Yeah.
you pause it a bit? Masugo. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, Rufai has actually punctured a tire there. Ada Biafra Betty, welcome to the studio. And all Biafrans listening to us, I salute all of you. They were. This is a war that is undemocratic, which Musa used here. We would have flattered the community. So that means the one Nigerian army is occupational army. But he rightly opened his mouth to say they are not occupational army. But from what he said, they are occupational army. What they do is to kill and maim and to destroy, not minding if there is a democratic rule or not. Musa before came out to say, oh, the people came after them and they just killed them. Later, Musa came out and said, oh, the truth of the matter now is that we killed the youth because of oil and gas. We killed them also because we want to stabilize Naira crisis. We want to bring solution to Naira crisis. So you kill the Okoma Biafrans because of oil and gas, one. You also made it to understand that because of the Naira crisis, you people are considering efforts to making sure there is stability in the Naira nonsense. So to stabilize Naira, not even to stabilize any other thing, to stabilize Naira so that Naira will still continue to reign, which means never allow Igbo man to become president again. For you to keep that word and keep that slogan going, you have to kill the Biafrans in Okuama. You have to massacre them, you have to slaughter them. And Musa used another word. He said, when the commander-in-chief gives you an order to take down the community, that you will not say otherwise. You will just go ahead and take down the community, and then later you will come back to give the report. So, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of One Nigeria, Tinubu the drug lord, has given you order to go and kill every youth in Okuama community. After you kill him, all you have to do now is to carry out the last order. Go and kill all of them so that you can be able to fetch out the culprits. So all you have to do is to go ahead, kill, massacre, maim, destroy. When you're done killing them and destroying all of them, that is when you now come back to come and say a word. Because your aim and objective now, your focus now is to go and kill all the youth according to your commander-in-chief of the armed forces. You said they went unarmed. If you went unarmed, how did you get to massacre some of the youth? You massacred some of the youth.
Spiritually.
Took their bodies away, which is the normal routine that you guys do. When you massacre the youth of Biafran extract, you take the bodies away so that there will be no traces. The Inspector General of Police of One Nigeria have just admitted that they have been using the torture measure and tactics on civilians that are predominantly Biafrans whenever they arrest and kidnap them. A torture tactics to be able to do what? To get evidences and to get confessions against their will in an unconscious manner, which is not supposed to be so. You are compelling somebody, you're putting gun on the head of the person, you make the person to go through inferior's treatment and neverous treatment at the end of the day so that you can be able to force truth into them and force lies out of them. You force the truth into them. The truth that you want them to bring out as lies. You force it into them, and then you bring out the lies and use it as the end result. Then Musa is telling you here that they have to do it the hard way because it is the way they have to carry out the routine. You went to the community, and there was nothing that had to do with military. There was a communal conflict where the two communities were fighting because of what they see in the communities, that some of them say, oh, we should be the one to take it. This one say we should be the one to take it. Then Tompolo called you and said, oh, the other community is fighting against the oil. So you are now going to go and kill the youth of the other community because of the oil and gas. You kill them, you maim them, you take away the bodies. Then you now went ahead again to go and meet the traditional rulers. The traditional rulers wholeheartedly welcome you peacefully. And they serve you kola nut. They serve you water. They serve you palm wine. You drank. According to our tradition, we don't play with visitors. We must make sure we serve you, we welcome you in a grand style. We will call the spirit of our ancestors to welcome you as well as we pray with the kola nut and usoji. And after you must have eaten everything, you said you must take our traditional rulers alongside with you so that they will also be in detention and invariably be massacred the way you have massacred the other youth. They were asking questions, why did you massacre the other youth? But you were not ready to answer the questions, why you massacred the other youth. Because they asked the questions, you said, no, it is against your ethics for the traditional rulers of the community, whose sole responsibility is to protect the interests of this community, to answer for their people and to ask questions and to know why things are going wrong. Because as the elite in the community, the people have to come to them for solace. They have to ask them questions on how they engage these nomadic military personnel who are serving the interests of Uthman Danfodio. So you must take the traditional rulers against their will to go and lock them up. At the end of the day, slaughter them the way you had slaughtered the other ones. You have just made a point here. You said that the traditional ruler that turned himself into the police, that he cannot tell you that he doesn't know what happened. So there is no security for the traditional ruler. So you are going to make sure you torture him and then make him to accept the truth that you want him to accept. At the end of the day, you come out to tell us the falsehood. From the truth, you have forced him and tortured him to accept, and then sign documents and papers that he is not supposed to have signed in his real senses. Acting out of compulsion. Is it done anywhere that you have to put someone in an electrocution machine just to be able to get and inflict pain on the person, to the person now confess and give you the truth the way you want it, because it is the way you do it, because the person will become unconscious and then will be telling you whatever you tell him to say. He will be signing the paper you want him to sign. So Musa said, if not because we did not want to finish everybody, we would have flattered the community. This only comes out from the mouth of a Fulani Islamic jihadist terrorist. Because this is what Gumi said. Gumi said, if you don't give the Fulani terrorists peaceful reign, if you don't give them schools, if you don't come and talk to them, if you don't come and negotiate with them, they will continue to kidnap and to kill more students. Gumi said, if you don't come and negotiate with the terrorists, if you don't stop coming to bomb them in their enclaves, that the next phase you will see of how the Fulani terrorists will come out will be very, very disastrous. And after he said it, it is happening the way he said it. Gumi said the Fulani terrorists are in for ethnic cleansing, to cleanse and to Fulanize and Islamize every other person against their own will. because they have all come together from all parts of Africa to come and fight for one thing. And Musa is using the same language, is using the same tone, is using the same interpretation in line with what the Fulani Islamic jihadists will say. So what is different having this kind of man who claims that the provinces they went to was Nigeria? The people were not acting strange or acting otherwise. The people were opening their arms to welcome this idiot that you see here on this screen. And this idiot is opening his mouth to tell you that they would have flattered all the community. We have seen women and children. We have seen fathers and mothers. We have seen girls. We have seen grandmothers and grandfathers. We have seen babies starving to death inside the bushes. We have seen documentaries where the communities have been blockaded from the entrance of water, from the entrance of food supplies, from the entrance of anything that can sustain humanity because of the blockade of the Nigerian Islamic Jihadist military. Rufai asked him a good question. Why are the entire community now the people bearing the brunt of what you are talking about? Is it the entire community that carried out the Hill Act? What promulgated the retaliation from the people? The Biafran people will not touch you if you don't come and kill their babies, if you don't come and kill their women and children. The Biafran people are peace-loving people. There is no point in history where you hear that the Biafran people will come hunting you down when you don't go to eat their chicken. The mother hen will not come after you if you don't go after the chicken. The mother hen will only come after you when you go after the chicken. The eagle, the hawk, only gets fired and only gets to see the attack of a mother hen when she goes after the chicken. That is when you will see the monstrous nature of the mother hen, because you have come after the chicken, which is the baby of the mother hen. So there was nothing like the youth in the community did this or did that. No. Musa is telling you, and he's very bold to tell you, that they killed the youth in Okwama because of what? Because they want to stabilize Naira currency. They want Naira to come back to normalcy. They killed the youth in Okwama because they want oil and gas exploitation in those farms to continue. So even when somebody his father's bedroom, you now say, oh, oil don't come out. Oh. You now say, oh, government, at least pay us compensation and then give us another place or build us houses where we will now move out and then stay, because you people now makes a law that every natural resource that comes out of our soil becomes a federal property. But if we die, we are no federal property. You will still bury us to the ground. But anything that comes out from the soil becomes a federal property. Okay, we discover oil. We call you, come, take it. But just give us another place to go and stay. You refuse to give them anything. You just take over the oil and convert it to your own farm. You will now name it Oil Farm of Sudan of Sokoto. Sultan of Sokoto now will now have oil farm inside my father's bedroom. He did not plant any oil farm in my father's bedroom. Oh. But he now becomes the owner of the oil farm in my father's bedroom. My father's bedroom will now become a drilling hole where they have to drill oil out. my father's name will not be added to the farm again. It is Sultan of Sokoto that will be the owner of the oil farm that was excavated from my father's bedroom. Okay, now even pay us compensation so that we can go and get another land somewhere, build house and continue our life. No, we cannot pay you. They carry Tompolo, give them contract, say, any place where they see oil, whether not for your papa kitchen or your papa bedroom, push them out, lock the place and make it to become federal property. Anybody that speak, call us. We will send Nigerian army. We will kill them so that the oil exploration farm can sustain. These are the things that happen. So when the youth now stand up and then speak and say, no, you are bastardizing our existence. You are destroying everything that we have. Our farmlands are all gone because the exploitation oil is destroying everything. We grew up to see lakes and streams. As I tell you now, the lakes and streams we grew up to see, you cannot drink of the purity of those water that you used to see there in those places anymore, because the water has been contaminated. The farmlands has been contaminated. There is no crop that you will now cultivate there that will be able to become something anymore. Everything has been destroyed and bastardized. So when do you now speak and say, what kind of governments are these? No, you must not speak. They'll call army to come, pick you up, kill you, dump your bodies somewhere. So when the traditional rulers of the community now say, why do you have to kill our youth? When they did not commit any crime, they only asked a question and they were asking for their right. You say, oh, if they had spoken so much, we would have flattered the community. We would have burned it down. We would have killed everybody. Because they ask question, because you are the ultimate Nigerian army. Nobody should speak. But you are not ultimate to Boko Haram. You are not ultimate to ISWAP. You are not ultimate to Ansar, a terrorist group. You are not ultimate to ISIS. You are not ultimate to the Fulani Islamic jihadist terrorists. You collude with them because they have the same conquest agenda and ideology with you. Hey, Nigerian army, what a shame. And you are telling the entire world that some people from all over the world are commiserating with you and congratulating you for killing unarmed youth who resisted you arresting and dragging the traditional rulers away against their will. You open fire and kill all of them. The videos are there. The pictures are there. We've posted it on Twitter. They are too gory that we cannot bring it to YouTube so that they will not block the channels. They are too gory that we cannot put it on a live program so that they will not block the channels. From all those youth that we posted the pictures of their lifeless bodies on the ground, how many of you saw them with, let's say, traditional protection that we wear when we go for war? How many of you saw them with penknife? How many of you saw them with army regalia? How many of you saw them with AK-47? How many of you saw them with pump action? How many of you even saw them with catapult? How many of you saw them with the ordinary gun which the hunters use in the bush to go after the rodents? How many of you saw them with any weapon of any kind? The only thing you saw was that you saw lifeless bodies of women and children, young men that were lying in pool of blood. That is what you saw. The pictures are there on Twitter. And then CDS, Chief of Defense Staff of a country that they call a Federation of Nigeria, is here absorbing themselves of everything that they did, enjoying the show and telling you that we did it very well. And if care was not taken, we would have burnt down the communities. And people are listening to all this and taking it so easy on them. Tomorrow, all of you will say we are in a secular state. I thank God that Biafra is here and there is a government of Biafra. Let the show continue so that by the time we start the retaliation, you will understand it very well. You see, nobody should blame the youth in this community because like a mother hen, you don't come and massacre the chicken and then you expect the mother hen to sit fold her arms and watch you massacre the chicken and then still take that chicken away from the mother's enclave. No, such mother is not a chicken that was hatched of the eggs which the mother hen laid. This is a mother hen I'm talking about. How much more a human being? How much more a human being? When a mother suffers in rain and sun, in pains and penury, carrying a baby in her womb for good 9 months, with the scorching sun of one Nigeria, with the hardship of one Nigeria. Some mothers will carry moi moi on their head, hawking while they are pregnant. Some mothers will be selling akara and pure waters on their head. Some of them will even be carrying loads to sustain and to have something to be able to take care of the babies. Then, after good 9 months, and then within that 1 minute of them seeing hell and life, they push the baby out, then you nurture that baby, the baby now becomes a child that can be able to take care of you in the nearest future. Then suddenly you see another man cut that baby to pieces, and then you will just walk into your bed and be sleeping comfortably. It is not done. Let Musa continue to confess so that the whole world will understand and hear that Musa is confident of killing Okwama Biafrans for oil and gas and for Naira crisis to be eradicated. Mwachineke, continue, please. Warrior sister, thank you. Welcome to the studio. Mazi Kachuku, I salute all of you, and they will from here.
Una well done, una welcome. What that Biafra, do you have anything to say?
Our minister have said it all. You know, there are differences between properly trained personnel in all these professions, especially military. When they say military, we have what is called paramilitary. A well-trained soldier cannot use that word he used that made Husseini to reprimand him and stop him there. You know, Nigeria, they talk about, is it democracy? A well-trained soldier cannot use that word. Flattened, they would have flattened. How can you be proud to sit there and talking to the world? Because Arise TV, they feature in YouTube and other platforms. You will be using that sort of word. As I said earlier on, in a situation like this, we have what is called policing system. And soldiers being combatant in nature, you know, that's according to their training. They are there for external invasion. If what happened at Okoma, that's Ueli South, during the time it took place, is something that the police cannot handle, it will be the duty of the police to now invite the military to come and help them. But, you know, since this agenda was opened by the Fulanis to Fulanize the whole country, Unfortunately, our people are still trapped in the zoo until December 2nd, when Biafra will be officially declared. You cannot be going to any place with soldiers, having the mind of flattening them, you know. And soldiers, when they went there to pick up their men and they refused, what they should have done is to go back and report what happened, not going back to burn the whole city down. But as I said earlier, they always take their tiny repented Boko Haram rats in uniform to Southeast, while they will take the Southeast and Southwest in military to Sambisa Forest, and they will tip them off, and they will go and lay ambush and finish all of them. And you will not hear anybody coming to by this commander to analyze what happened to those soldiers. But they are only angry to this extent because it is their Boko Haram repented in the military. So we have to keep it there. These people are not properly trained soldiers. They are not. They are terrorists in uniform. We have taken enough from these people. Enough is enough. The only thing that I will advise Biafrans that are here is that we should remain strong, resilient, focused. All these distractions is merely because they don't want us to go. Nigeria cannot do without Biafrans, unfortunately, but we are leaving them, whether they like it or not. We have to vote for our self-referendum, donate, register for our ID card, and we will be done. And off we go. My Prime Minister will say, airborne. Thank you.
Ndewo Ada Biafra, thank you so much. And we have Wari Sister Onyeka. Network wouldn't allow you to stay. Wari Sister, you're welcome to the program. Are you there? Can you hear me?
Thank you. Thank you. Yes,
welcome.
thank you, my ministers. Thank you, ma. Thank you, sir. Thank you, my able minister. Salute to all of you. God bless you for your hard work. I'm always jumping from one platform to another, looking for people that are live so I can join in. You know, it's not easy. We will move. We will follow them bumper to bumper. We must move. You see?
Yeah.
Mumu, that is his name. It's not Musa. His name is not Musa. It's Mumu. His name is Mumu. You see? He's the next scapegoat now. He's the next scapegoat. You see what they did to that what is his name now? This this man in the bank that I just finished with Van Vanvana place. The man in the bank that is in prison now, they prison him now. After they use him, they now put him in the prison. Federal Emefile, my brother, and I mean, you did there. Emefile. You see, the same way they use Emefile and dump him in the prison. That so they go dump this off for gather room. Because if you look at the chair that is sitting right now, Mazi, it's because you cannot see the chair that is sitting. I'm very sure there is hot fire under that is. There must be a hot fire that is eating me. Look at the face. He's dying in silence. Now, they go so because they are telling him what to say. They are telling him what to do. How can you clear a whole village that nobody should go back there? And you are the one that carry your mess to that place. You see, Mazi, he now said, oh, they went there with as a group, police go, army go, navy. So how come it's only them like Peme, police not Peme, navy man not Peme, and you say you went there in a group, like when that Abate, Tomatoes head asked and say, how come it's you army man now they go keep peace Why not be police? Now they go. Why not be police go say, okay, these are the wanted people. Why are you people writing this list? You are the one doing everything on your own. Is say we are in group. We are in group and they don't see any of those people body. It's only the military body they saw. You understand? Because they know that we cannot do anything. They feel we are nobody. We are just a scapegoat to them. We Biafra, we are like a scapegoat to them. But we are telling him the way they finish Obadiah last year, that is where you two will end up. Obadiah last year refused for them. He did not agree for their bidding. Look at what he end up. They just pay the guy. You when they do their bidding, they go do you like a Mefele. You go end up for room. You will be the scapegoat for them. Because you cannot go scot-free. You can't go scot-free. You went there for something, and now you want to just wipe the whole thing off. That nothing happened. That people around the world is coming. Who is the people around the world? Name one country that is telling you that what you are doing is good. Name it. Innocent chief. You people put his name. The Governor King. You people put his name. The man voluntarily came out on his own, walked to Asaba. Look at me here. I know nothing. You people are not going to let him go. When I'm not going to let him go, governor said when he gets the state, you people refuse him to get there. I don't know the kind of gods you people have. Only Emir of Sokoto, none of the Lucifer Big Kanu. Those are the only people you people listen to. Like say we are not human beings, we are not existing. Now Urobo UPU, this Urobo people when they console they call UPU, they just be like Ohaneze in Igbo land. These are the kind of people now. Now they come out. All of them with Musa, all of them they be Mumu. Since over many weeks now, they've driven all your people, your family, your brother, your sisters, people that you say you be UPU for, Robo Progressive Union. Now be, but you people cannot even save your own people. It's only now you are speaking that they should do investigation. Tell them to allow your people to go back home. That is the first thing you should demand. You demand for your people to go back home. They are dying in the bushes. They are not monkeys. They are human beings. They have home. Even though you burn the home, allow them to rebuild. You, UPU, my head, or wherever you be, president, demand for your people to go back home. You sit down, fold your hand. Whatever happened in Okwama will happen in your own villages. Don't think it will end here. If you don't sit up for them to hear your voice, you keep your mouth shut, talking about say they should do thorough investigation. Who will give you thorough investigation? This mumu them. Now they will give you thorough investigation. What investigation are you crying for? When they kill innocent children? Innocent children, they carry gun? Are they carrying gun or innocent women that they pay? You people just blackmail them. It's like what they will do in Sabisa Forest. Your army man go the day front. Another army go carry gun. You go pay am. You people have done that now. How can you carry? You say that they come for peace, from peacekeeping to vandalization of a pipeline. Then you come with your top military there. Top military. If it is not plan well for you to permit those people, then you're looking for somebody to blame it upon. Now it's Ottoman people that is bearing the bronze. This UPU man, you must demand for them to go back home first and foremost, so that you will know that yes, and they must, if they don't take to your plea, then you too will be mumu, because they will not listen to you. They did not listen to governor, so nobody they go listen to. Nobody can go into that village. Nobody. You call yourself so you be UPU Robo Progressive Union. To doing what? Doing nothing. Doing absolutely nothing. When I gather myself together, all of them have been mumu like cow. And they will do it, will happen to you people if people don't sit up. It will happen. They are using this mumu as a scapegoat right now. Just the way that they use Wike as mumu for Abuja right now. They destroy your own people's homes. The same way that they use this mumu now, both of them now, they go town now for rope and drag you people in the land of the zoo when the time comes. And they will forbid in our body. You are from a middle belt doing the bidding. You are a Christian doing the bidding of this Fulani. and your seat is on fire, you cannot raise up your hand and say, no, no, no. The one before you, what did they do to him? They permit the guy. Your days are numbered. Be doing their bidding. There is a stage you will do it where you cannot do it anymore. They go permit you, like the way they permit Abadan Lafia, like the way they permit the one before you. When they permit the one before you, they will do it to you people, because you people will not. If you think you want to be permitting the children of Chukwukika, you lie. You cannot go scot-free. The finger of God is upon our life, and you cannot do it. If you like, go and be kidnapping our children now. You will not stop anything that we are doing. We are coming with you people. You wait and see the hair that we will bring. November is not far again. It's around the corner. November is not far. You will see the hair that we will bring. This one you are calling someone else's name in your mouth, like saying that you give her the name. That time when you hear the name itself, you will run. You will hide. You dare not call that name again. Mumu. All of una Mumu plus you will be Musa. You people's cup don't fool. Una cup don't fool. You don't they throw away. Any country where they talk say they kill the military, this that. Tell the country say una innocent children. Tell the country say the people wanna go they not get cutlass, they not get gun. They not go fit do what una do. Now all una also create those things when I take, when I carry out, when I do so. You people planned it on your own. Because that one na trace, lie. British teach now how to lie. British teach you people how to lie. So now secondly na lie. Mumu lie, not be now Mumu lie. Hopeless people everywhere, nonsense people everywhere. You cannot go and fight your mates. If they make you go fight now for Afghanistan, and you go resign the next day. If they say go and fight in Russia, you will resign the next day. You cannot go and fight. But you are fighting innocent children that doesn't have not even the cutlass. They have not even seen the 3 square meal, 1 square meal to eat. So it's hard to go and fight. You are sucking people's oil. You cannot even settle them and make them feel at home. Make them nice. Rather, you want to come because they are nobody to you. You just want to come and wipe down and you think it's okay. You people think what you people did now, you people will just get away with it. You not lie. You not lie. You people will not get away with this, especially you, this mumu, what they use. You will never get away with it. Never. Not now, not ever. You can never get away with it. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I eat my mic. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wari sister. God bless you. Mazonyaka, I don't know if your network will permit you to say anything. Can you hear me?
Thank you. I think the link is not accepting me. It's just kicking me out. I just want to pass this information here before he kick me out again. The place they call Irete in Imo State, kidnapping little children there. Irete.
Yeah, Irete is in Owerri. Close to
in
Owerri.
Imo State. I forgot to say in Imo State. Can you hear me?
We can hear you very well.
Hello? Okay, thank you.
Can't you hear me?
A place name is Irete in Imo State.
Yeah,
Fulani Esme kidnapped me with 3 million naira. So I want to pass the information. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much, Biafra.
Thank you. I don't know, the link is not accepting me. Don't allow me to see. The link is kicking me out. No, my network is good, but I try to do some settings. Maybe it will allow me to see.
We can hear you. Should you want to talk?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. For now.
It's okay.
Let me do. Thank you. I just want to pass the information from here. I greet you all.
So, Biafrans, I think we should listen to the other part. Let him answer the question of Rufai. Let's see what he will answer. Let's listen to him.
We put our lives in line for Nigeria, and so we'll not do anything against any innocent Nigeria. We're only after the bad guys. Anyone who makes himself one, we will definitely come after him. And you understand that we have a mandate from the president. If the president gives me a mandate to conduct an operation. I will not ask him why. I will conduct that operation and then explanations will come in later. That is why I'm in the military. So like I said, the chief is secured, is safe. Nothing is going to happen to him. It's just a few questionings and then we'll be able to clarify. But you know, I don't want to comment so much, but I can tell you, nobody will tell you he doesn't know what was happening. Nobody. Okay. Maybe he did not take part directly, but he will not know, he will not tell us he does not have the knowledge or the understanding of what was going on. Okay. But like we said, the investigations will unravel most of these things and then actions will be taken. Okay, CG Musa, I'd like to commiserate with the army once again. It was very, very tough for all of us to see those very gory scenes, and that should never, ever, ever again happen in this country. Our commiserations. First, I would like to ask you this. Thank you very much. How are the families of these gallant troops faring? You know, personal experiences, how are they taking all of this? I heard there were some of them, among them that were pregnant and things like that. How are they faring? That's my important one. Yeah, secondly, I also would tie this around. I heard there was an explosion around the cantonment yesterday. They said it was a refuse dump or something. I want you to throw more lights on this. But thirdly, most importantly, was it about the community or these nefarious people that were perpetrating crime? Then why did the community have to suffer for it? Why was the community on lockdown? Why didn't the governor get access into the community? Why were they on lockdown? And what's the aftermath of your actions there? Because we've been seeing all sorts of pictures. I want you just to make clarification. What's the aftermath of your action? Are people going back to Okwaman now as we speak? And were lives lost in those communities by your actions? Because, you know, you use the word flattened. Oh, if it was before, we'll have flattened. And that cringed me that, Oga Musa, we're in democracy. We are no longer, you know, a military regime. So should words like that even be used in the first place? Thank you. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure you're watching what's ongoing in, you're watching what's going in Ukraine, Russia. You're watching what's going in with Hamas and Israel. We're not doing that. We try to do things differently this time around. The aftermath.
Are not doing that, but they are burning down houses, shooting down, flattening innocent people, flattening the community, burning down houses. They are not doing that though. You will tell me the difference.
It definitely will be that gradually when we finish the cordon and search operations, and cordon and search operation means we are searching every nook and crannies within the community. Because we know that a lot of weapons, because they have a lot of illegal funds, money from crude oil theft, they have bought a lot of weapons. During the disarmament exercise that was conducted, a lot of them didn't hand over all they had. And because it was an riverine area close to other countries, they have ways that they also bring in weapons. Because it was because they had weapons, they were able to perpetrate this again. So it is for us to thoroughly clean the community and ensure that no weapons,
they want to make sure they cleanse the community so that when they come, nobody will challenge them. How possible would that be? That they will wipe, cleanse, do thorough cleansing so that whenever they come to the city, nobody, no single person will challenge them. Yeah. Okay. Whenever they step into the city, nobody, not even a single body will challenge them. They will do whatever they want to do and they will get away with it freely. They want to make sure nobody have even a common stick. Nobody will have.
No explosives, nothing is left there, and that none of them is hiding. And I can tell you that at the end of it, the communities as always will always go back and rebuild. We're working together with all the communities. Nobody is doing anything to impinge on their rights. All we want is that we're conducting a search. Since it's an ongoing operation, we don't want them to come in and then they will be mistaken for being antagonists and so that they be shot or something. You mentioned the issue of flattened. Well, I use that because I told you during conventional warfare, when countries were fighting countries, it would have been, the way out. I'm sure, I know you read a lot. I'm sure you have watched World War I, World War II. You have watched Desert Storm. You have seen what actions were taken, how communities were decimated completely. But this is Nigeria, and this is the armed forces of Nigeria. So we're duty bound to protect Nigerians. So nothing will happen. Nothing will happen to them. As soon as we finish the cordon and search, and we're sure there is nothing like that there, they will have access to their own communities to go back. But again, let us take it up truly. Like I mentioned earlier, those communities know these criminals. Some of them benefit from these criminals, these acts of criminality. And so if they say they don't know them or they are not aware, then they are far from the truth. But like I said, investigations will unravel most of these aspects, and we remain very, very professional. That I can assure you. We will not do anything to impinge on the human rights of anybody. The cordon and search operation is just temporal. It will soon be over, and once it is over, we're going to clarify, and everybody will be able to continue his work. I'm sure if we don't do it thoroughly and there's an accident or an incident and somebody is shot, it's going to be the same issue that the armed forces again is killing somebody. So we didn't want anybody to be there. We wanted to make sure that good people are secured. We're only after the bad guys as mentioned. Once again, thank you very much for commiserating with us. It is extremely painful, I can tell you. I barely sleep. Anytime I close my eyes, I remember the families. Most of the wives were pregnant, some 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months pregnant. Now they have lost their husbands. These children will come to this world without knowing their fathers, all because they wanted to protect their country. The children, those kids that are growing up, will grow up without a father. I mean, there's so much that can be done. But I can tell you, we will stand by them. The armed forces there. The president has himself, I'm sure you saw where he attended the burial, to show you his level of commitment. And he has also awarded scholarships, giving them some incentives, houses, and then so many other things, again, the national honor, which is very good. This has motivated our troops to continue to do well. One thing I also want to say is this. We are a professional army. We are Nigerian army, we are Nigerian armed forces, we're here to protect Nigerians. I will continue to protect Nigerians. Sometimes some things will happen and people don't have an understanding, and then, it's open to speculations. We don't follow speculation, we follow orders and we follow directives. But I can assure you that we always want to do the right thing. Maybe mistakes might be made, yes, because we're humans. But as much as possible, we try to curtail that. I'm sure you also know that we have standing court martials for all our operations. The armed forces we don't condone acts of indiscipline. If you commit an offense, you go and you face court martial and you are punished accordingly. I'm sure you are aware that just recently, a Major General too has faced court martial and the outcome is being awaited. So we don't hide our own, we bring them out because we want Nigerians to trust the armed forces and to know that we're there for them, day in, day out.
General, which takes me back to the same point about legality. Now, you said it's a joint task operation involving various arms of the security network. But you then said, oh, maybe people speak out of lack of understanding. Now, I brought up that issue because Femi Falana SAN made it an issue. And Femi Falana SAN cannot be said to lack understanding. So at what point is the Nigerian military going to hand over persons who may be arrested to the police? Because it is essentially the function of the police to prosecute. That's one. The second part that I would like to ask you, there is a name that has been mentioned. One, General Amagben, were not a colleague of yours. The other general is said to be involved in crude oil theft, and we were told
fake general
that the military had been looking for him from Ukwama to Igboromotu in Bayelsa State. Now, what exactly is it about General Amagben? Endurance Amagben, his name is. Those two issues.
Yes. He is actually the mastermind. He's actually the mastermind. He's the one who actually planned and executed this with his boys. And, they have a lot of issues of cultism within the general area. So, and again, because I always say that because they were making money illegally, they feel that they are above board. They have so much money, they could do whatever and they buy whoever it is that they can. But that's one mistake they've made. I think they've tried the wrong guys. And this time around, the full weight of the law is coming after him and his own team. And that's why we want to also appeal to Nigerians. Please.
No vex. Musa just admits that the fake army personnel, the fake general, where Abe Abati called name, is actually the masterminder behind what is happening.
Yes.
So you know the person that you say is the master planner of what's just happened. So why don't you go looking for that person alone?
You are arresting innocent people.
Why are you then leaving the man that you say you know, and then you are going after the traditional rulers, you're going after the youth, you're killing and turning the whole place into a killing farm where blood is flowing? While he was speaking, there was videos of houses burnt and the boats and ships that were in the water areas.
Mm.
Is that where the man that he said is the master planner of this thing is? Is getting the man, meaning that you must burn down those people's houses and communities. You know, when you listen to these people, at times Belego they turn you. The chief of defense staff of the country is admittedly telling you that they know that the person behind the whole thing is the man he just made mention of. Then
General.
you are not going after the person. You are now going to go and kill youth. You're not looking for the said person that you just said is the person that is the master planner. You now abandon that person and then you now go about killing the youth, burning their properties, blockading them from entering the communities, starving them, not allowing any food supply to come into those places. The children that were going to school cannot go to school anymore. None of them can even get reach to social amenities. And there is no welfare because now he also went on to say during the World War One and Two and this and that, they saw how communities were destroyed. They saw how they kill people. So you are now giving us a kind of a template that the same way that they massacre and destroy communities during World War One is the way you people now had wanted to destroy the communities. Are you now in World War Four or World War Three or World War Five? So you're trying to use the same template of what happened in World War II and III, and then tell us that this is the way you should have done it in the communities of the Biafran people. Why haven't you done this to Niger State, where you have the highest and the largest numbers of Fulani Islamic jihadist terrorists that have taken over the communities? Why haven't you done this to over 8 local governments in Borno State, where Fulani terrorists are the ones collecting taxes and they are fully in charge of the administration of the day-to-day activities of people in Borno State? Why are you not doing same to the terrorists in Sambisa Forest? Why are you not doing same to those in Borno? Why are you not doing same to those in Zamfara? Why are you not doing same to those in Katsina? Why are you not doing same to those in Abuja? Oh, in Biafra land, because you hear that they are all Biafrans, you can now open the fire, you burn their communities anyhow, you kill them anyhow. You say you know one person that you're looking for, only one person. No. The other, Dogo, the terrorist in the far north, who said, I killed over 80 something people in a day. In just one day.
Not so, Mazi, sorry, not that he said. It was confirmed that he did kill them.
Okay.
Mm.
They haven't gone for that Dogo. Wandume, that sacked communities, slaughter and desolate, cut off heads, rape women and children with his gang of terrorists, you have not brought him to book. You did not go and burn down the communities where they say he is related to or where he must have lived for years. In Biafra land, the case is different. When you enter Biafra land, you say you are looking for one person. then you will now go on a killing spree. You will kill, burn the communities, burn properties, to the point that you want to take the traditional ruler alongside with you. And they say, no, you cannot take the traditional ruler. He is the custodian of our tradition. Allow him to sit down here so that he will see if you're coming to massacre all of us. And if you want to massacre him here in our own traditional ground, in our own palace, so that we will see what will happen. No, you say, no, Musa, let the show continue, because people should be taking records. So that by the time the Biafran people will now come back for the revenge, you will not say, we did not hear it. Everybody should be hearing what Musa is saying. Oh. It is the order of Tinubu as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. He has repeatedly said it more than 3 times, that as the commander-in-chief has given him the order, all he has to do is to go and kill every Biafran there. After he finished killing them, he will come back to tell of how he carried out the killings. So, we listen, and we are taking the points, one after another. Mwachineke, over to you, please. Helen Peters, welcome to the studio.
We see Helen. Helen, can you hear us?
Like I'm hearing very faint. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
We can hear you very well.
Loud and clear.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing you very faint. Anyway, good evening, my ministers. Thank you for bringing me in. Good evening, our great mother. We appreciate your good work. May the good Lord continue to protect and strengthen every one of you in Jesus' name. Amen. Like my minister said, that listening to this man, like Bele will be turning you. And that is what makes me to come in, because I was like busy, I was listening, but I couldn't hold myself. How can this man just come up now and be saying this trash to people's hearing, that they are conducting an operation of destroying people's houses, burning people's community down, that there is war, I don't know, war for, I don't know, war for, or World War III, or Gaza and Israel war that is going on in Biafra land. I don't really understand what is going on. How can this man just come now and know that the soldiers, they have wives, that when they are killed, their wives, some are pregnant there in Biafra land. But when they kill them in the north, those wives, they are not pregnant, they are not soldiers that they should mourn. It is only in Biafra land that they will have the strength to conduct whatsoever power they want to conduct. This is a thing of shame. And them asking their questions, they cannot ask them, why is it that this enforcement that you are carrying out, why don't you carry it out against those that are killing you people in the north? So that we will know that this is how you have been operating ever since. And this is your own way. Nobody can stop you. No. We are only just saying that soldiers can easily just carry out such an operation, destroy people's property, burning community down, sake of they are looking for just their soldiers that they said they buy. I don't understand. Because they saw that we don't have the means of defending ourselves. They said they have acquired ammunition and all this, that such ammunition that is not with the terrorists that is killing them in the north. I don't understand. This is a terrible situation. So our people, you need to defend yourself. Oh, they have brought the word. They said after killing and destroying you, then you will rebuild your community. That is what the man said, though. I heard that one from him. He said after they conduct and burn down your community, you will go back and start rebuilding. You will only go back when you are alive. If you don't defend yourself, you are gone. You better start defending yourself now, because these people, they are out to kill us, the Biafrans, and nothing else. Nothing else. They don't have good plan for. How can a soldier just sit on a public and a world? He knows everybody is watching him all over the world, and he's agreeing, commenting this kind of comment against human being, that there is war. If there is war, the war between Russia and Ukraine, they are both exchanging guns. It is not only one side that will be killing one person. No. If they said they declare war against us, they should let us know so that we will also fight back. What kind of a talk is this now? War is not just only one part. It is between two people. How can you say Ukraine and Russia, you are using Ukraine and Russia against innocent citizens that you are just suppressing, killing for nothing's sake? You are using them for example. War is between two people. Hamas and Israel are fighting. Hamas is releasing bullets. Israel is releasing their own. They should let us know. Man, I don't know. I don't know. I can't hold my peace. That is why, no. I just have to pour out my heart. Thank you very much. Let me yield my mouth for now. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Helen. Please, you can mute yourself because a lot of noise.
I'm not even hearing you. I think I should go out and will come back.
Okay, now, and you shake your own volume. Maybe you reduce your volume. So, Biafrans, we heard everything that Musa said. Number one, like our Minister for Info said, they know the person, the culprit, the offender, not even just, sorry, they know the chief organizer, the head man, the hit man, the kingpin, the general of the whole matter. Yet, they have not begun looking for him. They have arrested, they have shut down, they have flattened the community physically, spiritually, emotionally, to the point that even the governor of the state has come out, pleaded with you people, allow these innocent people to go back to their homes. You can continue with your searching. You can continue with your blockade. You say to the governor, no, the commander-in-chief has commanded. To the point that even the governor was restricted from entering that community. He was turned back. He could not go into the community to see the level of damage these people has done to the community. And you say you are professional army. No, you are Nigerian army. The Nigerian army that is mixed with repentant Boko Haram terrorists, that is mixed with over 1,000 or 10,000 repentant terrorists, with those including touts. In your force, you have repentant terrorists, you have forgiven corporates, you have touts that has been integrated into your police. You have those that a court gave you command to release them. And you say you are professional. Now you wipe down the community. You come here to tell us that they will build back their community. They will build their community. Not that you, as the army or the state or the government of Tinubu, is going to rebuild what you destroyed. Your anger is that they killed your hitman like a chicken. Yes, that is to tell you that the place he went to north, he did not fight anybody. The place he went to the northwest, north central, northeast, he never go there to fight anybody, because those what do you call them? Those Dogogide, they don't confront them. Dogogide is on his own, doing his. They will come and tell you today we neutralized 200 terrorists for where? Audio. Make gonna get the message. So Biafrans, It's time you know your real identity. Like I used to say, if you don't know your location, you will not know your destination. You should know your location now. If your government, as you call them, your government have denied you access to your own house for days with your kids, little children we saw in the bushes for days now, if not for weeks, and you are saying they are your governor, they are your president, better you begin to think again, better you begin to think again, rethink. Musa is here telling you cock and the bull story, or tortoise is king of the animal story. That tells by moonlight, not super story. It tells by moonlight, where lion can cook for you. In Nigeria, everything is possible. Lion can, elephant can fly. If you have not been active in this Biafra restoration, my brother, my sister, you better wake up. That you are not Igbo is not the answer now. That you are not Calabar is not the issue now. Even the useless man is now telling you he is an Igbo. Whether you like it or not, that he is an Igbo, you cannot deny him that. That is his right to be an Igbo man. He's an Today, the same mouth he used to tell you that Igbos are stupid.
Sorry, Mike Chineke. Sorry. You know, listening to Asare Dokubo is like when you just want to take some coffee. You look for popcorn, you put it inside plate, and then you put coffee. You just be picking it like this, one, between for your mouth, just to while away time. Because Asare is the same person that said he was Igbo before. His father was Igbo. And there is no how you can take that away from him. And then later, when he needed a contract from one Nigeria, he came out and told them, I am no more Igbo. I can never be Igbo. Igbos must be destroyed. Later he came out, I am not a Biafran. Ijo is not Biafra. Ijo can never be the people of Kalabari and no Biafra. It is with that same idiosyncrasy that some foolish people woke up yesterday. Oh, Masuko, please enlarge this my screen, enlarge my profile, because I want to explain something to some people. Enlarge my profile. Okay. It is because of the nonsensical mindset of Asari that some youth that were following him woke up someday and then say, Ijo. Can't save again. Think on the show blank. It's coming out very clear for me.
Yeah, it's coming out very clear.
Let me restart.
We see the picture, but we didn't see you.
Well,
You can share the picture. Mazi, you can share the picture as share the picture so that only the picture, so we can project the picture. Yeah, it's not clear again.
okay. Am I coming out now?
Very well, yeah.
Sorry, my connection is kind of bad. Okay. With what Asari said, he confused some idiots, and then those idiots allowed those things to enter their brain, and then they woke up someday. You know, it's just like me now waking up someday and I say, Efik people, Ibibio people are not Biafran. While my father fought the Biafran genocide war side by side with Ojukwu and Efik. Then you don't ask yourself, why was Philip Efik? Why was General Archibald a Biafran? Why was Major Orok a Biafran? Why was Major Ekanden a Biafran? These are Biafrans that were massacred and slaughtered, same way they had slaughtered some of our Igbo brothers and sisters and other ones from other tribes of the Biafran extract. The person that suggested that we should adopt the name Biafra as the name for the new republic was Ijoman, Frank Ogbiko. Was he Igbo man? Was his name Igbo man? Did they say that he was from Enugu? Did they say that he was from Anambra? Did they say that he was from Ebonyi? Or did they say that he was from Abia State? No. He said he was Ijo man. And where have they classified Ijo people to come out today? The same place that Momo man came out and said, Ijo people are not Biafra. Ijo can never be Biafra. When you see him speak, he's hacking like a pig. So this man is just good that when you just want to laugh.
Mazi Sonny.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if Shukuma Solomon is watching from your side, so you can share, or Ada Biafra. Please, if you can share the link, so he will come in, because he's asking of link to come in. He said he want to come in.
They want to come in. Okay, I will try to post the number when I finish. So, Biafran people, the point I'm trying to make here is that Asari Dokubo is someone that you don't need to take him serious. You just need to use him as a laughing stock whenever you want to laugh. That is one thing about Asari. Because these ones that woke up and say, we are not part of Biafra, Ijo Youth One, Simon Ekpa. They did not even open their mouth to say these things when the Fulani Islamic Jihadist terrorist army did not invade their community. It was in the middle of this war, the middle of this slaughter and genocide, that they now assembled them and told them, come and write this nonsense. So these are the likes of the pig that will come out to speak. And one can only make reference to him when you just want to laugh, because he's a useless fellow. Because their ancestors are here on the screen. Frank Ogbiko is their ancestors. He knew the boundaries of Biafra. He knew where they came from. He knew what Biafra is all about before their children of today decided to go and sell themselves to the devil. So, as you go, over to you. Let me post the link for the person that needs the link. There we go.
Okay, so Biafrans, when you think you are not an Igbo man, is Biafra is Igbo man thing? No, it's no longer that time. Biafra is no longer Igbo thing. Those that thought it was Igbo thing is not about Igbo thing. Why do you think they are in data today? Why are they trying to get everything flat? Wow, they want to flatten everybody, everything, because they don't, like you heard him. He said, Musa said, they want to make sure not even a cutlass, not even a kitchen knife will be left, not even a broomstick will be left, so that when these men will come to attack you, you cannot fight back. Remember, this exact thing now is what they did in the Middle Belt, in the Northern Plateau. Even the hunters' guns were taken away from the hunters. The hunters' weapons were taken away from them, so that when these Fulanese will attack, nobody will fight back. You will only sit and watch them do whatever they want to do. Like what is his name? Gumi said, you don't have to challenge them. Whatever they ask you to do, you have to comply with them. If they say you should put your neck down on the stick or on the iron you put, they will take it off. Before your eyes, they will take your wife, they will take your children, and there is nothing you can do. You don't have to challenge them. And then after, you have to go and plead and beg and worship Gumi. Then Gumi will tell you if it is possible to see your children or not. That is a country. That is a country. I want us to understand that in this life, if you don't know your destination, you will not know your location. If you don't know your location, you will not know your destination. Anybody telling you now is what do you call it? Is because you are not a Biafran. No, it's not because you are not a Biafran. No. If they are telling you now you are not a Biafran, ask yourself the question, then why are they fighting you? Why is it that they want to take away all your arms, everything you have for self-defense? They want to take it away from you. Why? Why would police before the very eyes, in the presence of police, the kidnappers would kidnap you and the police will not do anything? Have you imagined? Have you asked yourself why? Have you asked yourself why is it that the little boy Dogogide is now in charge of mining site that signed contract to the Chinese people? Why? And your oil that is the reason why they are there now, in the name that they are for peacekeeping, that your oil is what they are fighting for. But in the north, even in Benue State, in Niger State, they have gold. Mineral resources are everywhere. Nobody is saying anything about them. You say you are Jandoman. Jandoman. Hello, every man. Who are you? I want to see your picture before I bring you into my studio, please. Jandoman, let me see your picture. I want to know who you are, to be sure you are not those that come here to mess up. Are you a Biafran? Let me see you. If not, me, I'm not bringing you in. So when they tell you you are not a Biafran, it's just to deceive you, and at the end of it, you will be their prey. In Benue State, I want you to remember that the project of 1,000 houses for the Fulanese, for beginning, has not been, the plan has not, is still in existence. That plan is still in existence. I want you to remember this. So don't think they have removed the plan. Don't think they have stopped carrying out the plan. Before you know it, they will tell you they are commissioning the houses. So you should understand. Before you know it, they are commissioning the houses built on the land of the indigenes that are now in IDP camp. They are building new houses for the Fulanese, while the real indigenes of the land are in IDP camp. Is for you to understand what we are saying, for you to understand what we are saying. Okay, Shukuma. Shukuma, can you hear me? Okay, Shukuma, you don't have network. You can go out and come back again. Even you, Jandomman, hello everyone. You don't even have network. Go out and come back. But because of this, your name, I must know who you are before I must see your face before you come inside the studio. Mazin Sonny, can you see hear me? If you can hear me, we have to round up. So make I start with the worry sister. Be na worry sister be that.
Na me be that too, no be another person.
I beg you, have microphone. Okay, gentleman. Okay. Sorry, you can remove your camera now if you don't want to use your camera. I have to
So make
make
I wait
because
now,
some
make
of you.
Jordama go.
Okay, gentleman, you can off your camera now. Let me bring you in. If you don't want to use your camera, you can off it. Okay, he's having network problem, so you can go on worry system. He don't have network.
Can you hear me?
Okay. I was thinking maybe he'll mute himself. Okay, my brothers and sisters, like we don't talk and plenty for here. We've been saying it. We will not stop preaching. We will carry on preaching until the gospel is being preached to the four corners of Biafra. Biafra will come. So we have preached it to the four corners of Biafras. As people can see, now everything boil on Tunubu because this Mumu man say is the president that asked him because of armed forces according to them. So he's the one sending people not to go to their own houses. He's the one that is stopping people not to go to the people that killed those three kings in their village, in their community. How far did they go after them? Did they, because they are not army?
No.
Did they go after those people? We have not heard anything about them. They did not say anything about them. They are not human beings. But it's only Biafra land that they will start, like my sister said the first time, the armies that have been killing in Sabisa forest, the army that have been killing, what have they done to those people? Why are they not looking for them? Like you said there is this man has killed how many people? What did they do to him?
80 people in one day.
What? Why are they not going after him? Okay, now you open big mouth. I say confusion will be there a lot. They have turned to fools. You sat here and you said, oh, is the man, I know the man with his gang that orchestrated this by. So if you know, why are you printing people's name wanted? Why are you printing a chief, a community leader? Why are you printing those people's name? Why are you people? Then why don't you allow the innocent to come in into their various homes? You know this man already. Why don't you just go for him and his boys alone? Can't you what? Your name is not Musa, your name is Mumusa. You are a Mumusa. Eh? In President Bidi, that one that look like drug addict. That one that cannot know that a dementia man. It's a dementia. That dementia man that cannot remember. You are telling us now that that dementia man giving you order that doesn't know his left from right, that cannot even talk one full sentence before speaking, because when people insist they don't speak straight, asks you to come and drive a whole community away because you are doing their bidding. What a shame. Shame on you. Your generation will forbid you. Your children will be ashamed of you. They will be ashamed of you because at the end of the day, you don't know what you are doing. You are the one that doesn't know what you are doing. Because person will not tell you to go and put your hand in a fire that you will go. You cannot fight a battle when you see the can't. You are fighting innocent people that cannot even have 3 square meals to eat, for Christ's sake. There are some of them have been sick. Some innocent children will die in that bush. And you will not allow them to come into their various houses. Thank God Nigeria, zoo country, is not that cold. And now the rainy season is coming. Rainy season is coming. Allow them to enter their houses so that snake will not bite them in those bushes that they are. Go after the man that you know. Are you scared of him? If you know, is it that thing? Are you scared? Are you scared of him? Why don't you go after him? Ordinary Tompolo that you people look for, bounty on Tompolo said, do anything Tompolo. Now you went back giving Tompolo money to a property. You think you can catch this person? If you know this person, go for him and allow people to come back to this, because you will reach your turn one day. It will reach your turn. We are coming. We are coming. We are coming. Our Altaneru is coming. The Obato BA is coming. It's coming for you people. It's coming for you people. Nobody will kill or permit Obato BA's person and go scot-free with it. It will not happen. Not now. Tell your Tunubu that the bidding that he has asked you to do is not the right thing to do. No country will support you. The Agbara you when the time comes. You people are doing your own now. It's okay. All these people that batting tomatoes head is giving you interview, and they cannot even ask you simple question now because they will be dodgy. They don't ask that question. They cannot even ask you a proper question. Okay, so you know this guy. Then why don't you allow other people to come in? They cannot even say that to you now. They allow you to and go just like that. We are coming for you people. Biafrans, we have to sit up, join hands together. At the time of I'm not Igbo, I'm not Yoruba, I'm not Igbo. That's gone past. It has gone past. They don't care for nobody. Even the Ike Clark that deceived most of you people, because he's the only one around now that is close to power. Deceive people. Look at him. They dealt with him too. So you people should not listen to anybody, any police, whether Robo Progressive Union. Don't listen to them. The only person that you listen to is our Atobie. The Agbara Guru turned away, they scatter this stupid zoo. The only person you will listen, that is the good guy that wants your good, that wants your betterment. Nobody. We are chatting here today is because of him. I'm having mouth to speak today is because of him. It's because of him, nobody more. We can analyze and preach and do everything. It's because of this good guy. The Robo Progressive Union for over many, it's almost a month now, if not 3 weeks now. These fighters, it's only 9 are coming. Awards. Our Albate came next day to preach, to give order. Some obey, some not agree obey. They are for you people, whether you believe it or not. They've started. If you don't move, if you don't take action, I'm telling you, we know these people more than you people, because we have university Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of Biafra. We went to school with him and he taught us how these people behave. This animal, this cowardice. Please listen to our leader when he speaks. Please. The radio is coming. You people must listen. When we talk We are not. It's what we are saying. See anything? We cannot say anything different from what we are saying now. They have started. They will never stop. And they said the president is behind them. Can't you see? True. If the president is not behind them, how come they did not allow your own governor, your governor that you said is your governor, the sheriff, he could not even come and see the damage you people have in that village. He can't. Nobody can go there. Are you still going to fold your hand and not follow Simon Ekpa? Are you going to fold and say, oh, we are not Igbos, we are not Biafrans? That time has gone past. All of us now one. I will go remain one. Make na go check history. History go tell us say we'll be one. Now this Fulani na they divide us, and they not go divide us again. They not want one. They want separate us. They want more they fight. And we are not going to fight anymore. We are tired. We should be fighting them and not fighting each other. The time we used to fight ourselves, we need to fight them. We'll be free. We'll be free and live like a proper human being. Live like the queens and the kings that God created us to be. That's why He gave us things. He gave us things to live life. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Thank
you.
you.
God bless.
Thank you, Warishi. Helen, are you there?
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay. I beg if you go just
Yeah, just a
do
quick
your
one.
submission with just 2 minutes.
Yeah, just a quick one. Thank you very much. Thank you, my sister. Worry sister, I appreciate you. Well, it is left for our people to know that what is happening to them today now is the division that they have created among us. Because they cannot just boast now and say they want to go and destroy or level our Igbo brothers from Biafra land. No, they will never dare such a thing. This man will not sit down there and comfortably be vomiting rubbish that they are going to level there. No way. But because they knew that they have divided us, that our people are not separating themselves from their own blood, now they push us to one corner and want to destroy us. So now they should be you people should be able to wake up now and know whom you are, that you should have synergy with your brothers, the Igbo brothers. If not for them, you will be gone on that. Give them just 2 days. They will level every one of you, and nobody will come out to talk in that zoo. No one. Nobody is coming to rescue you. You have a governor today now. Your governor is not allowed to enter where they have driven you away. Your governor have no say over there. Don't you see that you are gone? They have captured the zoo. They have captured it. If not for our Igbo Biafrans, everybody will have been gone in that zoo. That is why they are crying today now. So if you don't have synergy with your brothers and know whom you are, that you are a Biafran, that right now we are going to obey whatsoever decision that our brothers will tell us to do, we are going to hold hands with them. Oh, my dear, it is gone. You guys will be gone and nothing will happen. Just the way it's boasting it now, that they will level you, then you will go and rebuild. You that doesn't even have money to eat now, where are you going to see money to rebuild your villages? Where are you going to build the small huts? Where will you see money to build the small hut that you'll be hiding your head? No place. But they are telling you after, okay, he said he knew the person that is orchestrating everything, but he cannot go after the person. But they hold siege against a community. They hold siege, destroying houses, killing innocent people, just because of one person that they said they are looking for. Meanwhile, the Fulani terrorists and Boko Haram and all the rest are having a field day with their blood in the north. But they cannot go and do that show of force over there in the north to make sure they bring them all down. But they can come to Biafra land and do such a thing just because they have divided you. They have inculcated that stupidity in your mind that you are not an Igbo, you are not a Biafra, because if Parara that thunder will strike is confusing you people in that zoo. Parara will come out and be deceiving you people that you are not this, you are not that. Meanwhile, like he said, now Parara will not be able to come out to go and challenge them. No way. If a governor cannot come out and challenge, is it Parara? They are all confusing. Look at your own brother Topolo. They gave him money, and he's selling his brother to the Fulani who has come to keep him. My dear, a word is enough for a while. If you don't know yourself now, it's none of my business. They will not see me. That is just the
Thank you.
fact. They will not see me. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank
God
you.
bless you.
Thank
Good
you, my
night.
dear sister Helen. Now, Ada Biafra. We can't hear you.
Oh, really?
Okay, we can hear you now. We can hear you. Go on.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So, my people, a lot have been said. My worry sister and the last speaker have said it all. We really don't have to dwell on this. You know, Onyendu said one time, because I followed him a lot, that elephant is an animal you cannot just eat like that, that they will like to pieces it in order for the person to be able to eat it. We, the Southerners, the Southeasterners, generally known as Biafra, they will always bring division among us. And if your mother ties two wrappers, we are all the same. There's no difference between us. They just want to create that dichotomy in order to be able to split us, to be fighting while they are taking our oil and our gas. And unfortunately for them, they lack management. They don't even know how to manage the money they steal from our land. But we thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Obatobie, our prime minister, God brought them to liberate us from the shackles of these inhuman people that came from Sahel. We are not related to them at all. That's why they don't have feelings for us. So we have to keep it here. In the meantime, we should always remember that we have something at hand. It started from 1st of February, our self-referendum voting, and going to Lati. You need to complete your ID card, and everything is on the Biafra Government in Exile website, www.biafrarepublic.gov.org. Sorry, I beg your pardon. So we have a lot to do, but the zoo, they keep bringing us back to where we left them, because they need us more than we need them. They need us so much. Recently, they were trying to blackmail our brother, who is unfortunately one Nigerianist. His aircraft crew members were wearing locally made dress, and they are tagging it Igbo dress, Igbo airline, Igbo this, Igbo that. All those racial bigotry, we just have to overlook it and move on, because we are special people, special breed. We always set the pace and others follow. So my people, let's remain focused and remain strong. We are one. and God has blessed us. Thank you so much, Biafrans. Thank you, my minister and my information minister.
Thank you. Ezibutada Biafra. Mazi, Honorable Minister, you make it close the show for us, I beg.
Thank you. Thank you, Biafran people. Thank you, the ministers of the Gospel of Biafra. And thank you to our Supreme Leader. Thank you to our Eternal Leader. Thank you to the heroes and heroines of Biafra. Thank you to Biafra Defense Forces. Thank you to our Obato Obie. Obato Obie. Obato Obie. He came and he came to finish it all. And he's the great finisher. The Itiare Kondo of Biafra. Thank you for coming to finish the work that our ancestors started.
The Agbaragburu. You have to call it to
The
Agbaragburu.
Akparakuru. The Akparakuru. Wait, the Akparakuru is of which extract so that I can encode it?
Urobo.
Okay, the Akparakuru of Urobo.
Yes, Agbaragburu of Urobo. That is thunder that destroyed the zoo. It's a thunder,
Thank you.
fire thunder.
Thank you. The Akparakuru of Urobo. Yes, he has many names, and the archives of Biafra will keep all those names. Those names will be written in gold. So, without the Prime Minister of the Biafran people, a lot of things would have been upside down. And I thank God that with him standing his ground, the likes of Musa and his boys can be crying in Biafra land. Musa made a point that they have been going to the far north and they do the showy display and come back to the media and tell the world they have neutralized 200, they have neutralized 3, they have neutralized 5, they have neutralized 500. Just photo, audio, they see any evidences. And they have been flexing their muscles and doing it the way they like and go anyhow and come around. But this time around, they said, oh, they are so shocked that the same team that they have been using to do the showy display in the north came to Biafra land, and then they are getting the shock of their life. So that means there is a difference in the modus operandi. There is a difference in the show. There is a new sheriff in town. There is a difference in strategies, and there is a difference that things must be done when you enter the terrain of Biafra. You thought it is the normal way that you go and then kill anyhow, walk around and then move. No. But we want Biafran people to understand one thing. Old Delta State, old Bayelsa State is Biafra. And there is nothing any idiot can do about it. Not even Musa, not even Tinubu. I thank God that Musa, in all his speeches, has categorically stated that Tinubu is the one telling them to go and kill the youth in order to get the person that is behind the crime. So in every sense of understanding, Tinubu, just like Obasanjo did in 1999, killed and massacred and burned Biafrans in Odi. He is now in 2024 of the time of Tinubu, telling Musa, go and kill them, cut their heads off, burn the communities, ravage every nooks and crannies, destroy everything, and then come back and give me the report. And Musa said, I will not ask him further questions as far as he has said I should go and kill them. I will go and kill them, maim them, burn them down, destroy everything. When I finish with no hesitation, then I will come back to come and give the report. So that is what Musa is coming to do. Need we not forget that these sons of Sodoms and Gomorrahs understands that we open a front for them in Imo State. And they got it very hot. The kangaroo photos and videos and the showy displays that they did in the media, which they were tagging it ESN. We asked them to go back there and do the same video again and come back and tell us and show us that Valley of David that they were showing us before and then make the same video and stand there and then make everything to go viral again. They refuse. We asked them to come back and tell the entire world what they got after a few days as they went back there. It's very easy for you to work with sabos to think that you can take the Biafran people down. But when the sabos are taken care of, the loopholes are sealed. But Musa cannot come back to tell the entire world what he got back from the Biafran people after that. We understand that the concentration of these non-entities has been in Imo State, which is where we are going to use to determine the firepower of Biafra to them. And they have been collecting it, woto, in thousands of ways. So they had to look for a way of diversion, divert the focus of the Biafran army from the ball, from the rising sun, which is set in Imo. They wanted to divert the Biafra Defense Forces' attention away from the focus of dealing with them and delegitimizing their existence in Imo State. So when you see what is happening in Old Delta and Bayelsa of Biafra land, do not be dismayed because everything is well planned. How do I explain this to you? If the Chief of Defense Staff of the Federation of One Nigeria is telling you that we know the person that is behind everything, and he called the name, Abe Abati, called the name for him. They said he's a fake captain or a fake general, that they know him is the one that is the masterminder of everything. Then yet, they did not go to look for that person. Rather, they started burning the entire community, destroying and killing the youth. So that means the aim and objective of what they did, this occupational army, was not to go and look for who they are talking about. It was to use this person as a cover-up to go in there, kill Biafrans, burn the communities, destroy everything in the land. If you knew who you were looking for, why didn't you go straight for that person? Why going to burn the communities and to destroy everyone around there? It is because it is a well-planned attack. They have to go and stage it that way, use one name. At the end of the day, you kill the youth, take their bodies away. Then as the traditional ruler said, no, the killing must stop. The youth storm and say you cannot take him out. Then you use that same way and manner to kill more of them. And you are here telling us the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces has instructed us to continue the killing until we finish burning down the communities. That after you finish burning them down, killing them all, they will rebuild it again. Obasanjo did same. And after then, the cities of Odio was rebuilt again today. So it is in your own time of Tinubu that you must also destroy it. But there is one thing you must understand. That when you see us laugh and look at you like this, you don't understand the rage and the fury in us. If you do, you will not dare go and kill one Biafra. This is not that time of 1999 of Obasanjo. This is not 1966 to 70s. The bravery of Biafrans today are quite different from what you saw before, because we have seen too many dead and too many dead bodies and so much blood shed, because the people that are supposed to have protected and defended our people are actually the ones that are aiding and abetting and deciding to work as stooges to bring in these monsters to come and cut off heads of our babies, burn them in their sleeps. So in 2024, the Nigerian army with all their apparatus have met their doom. The Biafran government in exile, the Biafran Defense Forces will respond to you in the hard way. We've also seen Tinubu, the same Tinubu that is telling Musa to go and kill the people in O, Bayelsa, and Delta of Biafra. This is the same Tinubu that is shaking hands with his grandson, the newly elected president of Senegal, a visionary man. And I tell all of you here now that most of us in the Biafran Republic government in exile cabinet, most of us in the de facto government in the homeland executives, we are not up to 44 years old. We're just few at that age. But did Musa, did Tinubu sit down to say, oh, I am resolving conflict, or I want conflict to be resolved in Senegal, and I love the way they now allow a youth to take over the governance and to allow the minds of the people to speak. Let me reciprocate same in Biafra issues. No, he needs iron hand and force. Buhari said, we kill over millions to keep Nigeria as one. And then Tinubu is telling you, kill Biafrans so that Nigeria will not be broken. And Musa is very proud to stay in front of the television and say it with everything inside of him. Don't worry. You will hear from the Biafra Defense Forces. We thank the Biafran people for listening, and for our Biafran brothers and sisters in all Bayelsa and Delta. The Biafran government in exile are with you. The Biafran Defense Forces are with you. Stand your ground, because we are not backing down. What is happening is part of the liberation. It's part of your freedom. It is one of those things that the enemies will use as a tool to see that they will shrink and weaken the embers of focus, so that the liberation will now deter. They will now wave away from the focal point and now drift into somewhere, so that the Sioux terrorists will capitalize on every loophole. We tell you that we are watching everything and we are following everything up. In due time, the people of Bayelsa and Delta will see and understand that they are back to their roots, and that no Biafran will be killed and they will now go scot-free without getting a reprisal. Remember that our fundraising is on a public note every Saturday, and you can visit the website at your disposal. Our convention of the Declaration of the Restoration of the United States of Biafra is coming up in November, December. Visit the Biafra Security Administration Database website and get accredited and wait for your voyage to Finland. See you in Lati. See you in December 2nd as we declare Biafra. Remember to apply for your ID card, because it is the only identity that you have to identify yourself internationally and otherwise as a Biafran. Remember as well that we have the Biafran coin, where you can stake your coin and make profit and make earnings. Just like you have other coins in the market that people can trade and make profit from it, the same applies to the Biafran coin. And it is a stable coin. It is not fluctuating like the Naira nonsense. Musa said they went to kill Biafrans in order to stabilize Naira. They went to kill Biafrans in order to see that oil and gas prices remain stable. It can never remain stable, because you have been killing Biafrans to make the money. So Biafran coin is a stable coin, and it is not falling or rising. No, it is standing. If it has to make a difference, the difference will appreciate instead of depreciating. So we want Biafrans to understand that this very government have set everything in place to save the Biafran people and to restore Biafra. We have Biafra license offices in all countries where Biafrans are domiciled, and we are imploring all Biafrans to organize yourself and make sure you all establish your license offices and get them registered in your countries of residence, because this serves as your embassies for you now and will be automatically converted to the embassies of Biafran people after Biafra is restored. We send message to Biafrans in Taiwan, because we got a notice that there was earthquake in Taiwan, and then there has been destruction of lives and properties. We sympathize with Taiwan as a country of refuge to the Biafran people. I tell you, anywhere you go that you see no Biafran, run away because that place is unworkable, because Biafrans are everywhere. So wherever there is conflict in anywhere, the Biafran government in exile stands shoulder to shoulder with that country because of refuge that they have given to Biafrans in those places. Any country that we are grateful to those countries for harboring Biafrans, allowing them to work there, giving them residence permits, and granting them asylums that when due. Allowing us to integrate ourselves into the government of any country is the biggest of it all that any country can do. If our country that we came out from was good, we wouldn't be running out to other places. That is why Biafrans run out of the Zoological Republic to have a better life. But yet, every resources that is being harnessed in every other Western world country is taken out from our communities. That is why we need to restore Biafra, so that we can go back and harness our resources and make use of everything without somebody making use of them for us. So Biafrans in Taiwan and the government of Taiwan, the Biafran government in exile and de facto government in the homeland, under the leadership of my Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, sends his message in commensuration and in empathy and standing shoulder to shoulder with all of you, that we are with you. So Biafrans, it has come to our notice that when we try to make contact, we didn't see Biafrans coming out from there for us to know how they are faring. So the government of Biafra is calling on Biafrans there to contact either the media team or any of the government officials, or the number that was posted out on the official government website, for us to know the welfare of Biafrans in Taiwan. Please reach out and contact any of the media teams of any of the government officials wherever you are. We need to know how our citizens are faring where there is disaster. That is why you have a government where you can engage countries diplomatically, politically, and to be able to carry out and checkmate the welfare of your citizenry. That is the government of Biafra, and we look after our own. We are anticipating the restoration of the Biafran nation, and we call on all Biafrans to understand that the only hope of any man in this planet Earth as a Biafran is Biafra. Countries are taking and borrowing steps and standards and templates from the Biafran government in exile. Today, you see that the newly elected president of Senegal has adopted a new portfolio, and that is the prime minister's portfolio. Senegal now have a prime minister. Where did the dreams and aspirations and visions come from? It came from the visionary leadership of the prime minister of the Biafran government in exile. We have a leader, then we have a prime minister. So Biafra is the light to Africa. Biafra shows you the way and you copy. Biafra teaches you and you learn. A nation that is not fully restored yet is already teaching people of what to do. And they know the importance of a prime minister. They know the importance of a sitting president. So Biafra has come to stay and will continue to educate others. So as Biafrans, do well to partake in the liberation contributions, so that when your children and your grandchildren ask you tomorrow, Papa, why are you being treated as a foreigner in Biafra? You wouldn't be ashamed to explain why. Because most of you will be treated as foreigners in Biafra. And your children will ask you why. Why don't you have the same right with Mazi Ugochukwu? Why don't you have the same right with Adab Biafra Betty? Why don't you have the same right with Warri's sister? Then you will be ashamed to tell your grandchild that while Simon Ekpa was the prime minister fighting to restore and to see Biafra, that you were on the fence. You were one of those attacking Simon Ekpa, and you refused to contribute your $1. You work in America and you are making about $1,000 to $2,000 in a month, you cannot contribute even $25 for a month. But African Biafrans or Biafrans that are in Africa that makes $10 per day for a day job will be able to contribute something for their liberation monthly. But you that is making about $80 per day, you cannot contribute $25 or $10 in a week. It's a big shame. So, like I normally say, answer your father's name so that your grandchildren will not be ashamed of you. Because the sins of the fathers will reckon on the children in Biafra when Biafra is restored. How your father contributed to the Biafran liberation will be a blessing to you tomorrow. How your father did not contribute to the Biafran liberation will be a curse to you as well tomorrow. Because you come out from that lineage, that family, you answer that name. That is why on the database website, children that are not up to age 18 are not compulsory to support the liberation financially. But you have to register them, put them on the database system so that we will know this child came from this loins. This child came from this loins. This child came from this loins. So that when we are tracing them, we will know their root. And their root really, really matters. I salute all Biafrans and I say, GCK for supporting the liberation. Do not think that for you to support the liberation that you are doing the Prime Minister good. No, you're not doing it for the Prime Minister. You're doing it for your own good. You're doing it for your children. You're doing it for your women. You're doing it for your families. You're doing it for your unborn children. It is not for Simon Ekpa that you're doing it. It is not for Nnamdi Kanu, because these two men are gifts to the Biafran people. And if they back down tomorrow, they will still be fine where they are. But you will be massacred, like Musa said, that the mandate that was given to them was to come and massacre all of you, and then after they will come and give reports. I salute all Biafrans. Pray for our supreme leader, pray for our prime minister, and stand your ground till Biafra is declared. See you in Lati, Finland, 2024. They were my ministers of the gospel, and God bless all of you for spreading the message. They were.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Must go and listen to Simon Ekpa, who is doing a very fantastic job. Very great job that Simon Ekpa is doing. Very, very, absolutely fantastic job that he's doing. You must listen to him and share his videos accordingly. Very, very important. He is bringing a new dimension to this very awareness that we are making, and you must listen to him. Very, very important.